Hey everyone, well it's the second weekend of September and I'm on my way out to the kelp beds. It's low tide right now, so I'm hoping the kelp is accessible. It's not submerged below the surface like it was last week. That way we can latch onto the kelp and fish it much more effectively. You'll have to excuse my voice. I woke up the other day with a sore throat and the sniffles, so I'm battling a pretty bad cold right now, but right now it's really important to get out to the kelp forest before high tide rolls in. As you can see, a thick fog rolled in. There's Caesar, and because the visibility is so poor, we're just approaching the mouth of the harbor here. I decide we should just head south, but we're going to hug the coastline. We're going to stay away from the open water and minimize any chances of running into any fast-moving boats. So we're just going to head south, parallel to the beach. Got off to a late start this morning. As you can see, it's after 7 and high tide rolls in at 10, so I really want to get out to the kelp before it all gets submerged below the surface. We finally get to the fishing grounds, and it took a lot longer than I'd anticipated. Hugging the coast and driving blind in this fog really slowed us down, since I had to navigate pretty much using my fish finder. But by the time we get out to this area, all the kelp is already submerged, and the first fish I land this morning is this Garibaldi, which I'm preparing to release. Well, the next fish I land is this California sheep's head. It's barely 12 inches long, so I ended up releasing this guy. I cast out another shrimp, and it gets slammed by this baby sand bass. So I let this guy go as well. The strategy I'm employing here is to hover above the kelp, which I can see clearly on my fish finder. And by staying in place, so I'm constantly pedaling to fight the current and to stay on top of the kelp. But it seems to be working as I land another California sheep's head. So that's pretty much how the morning went. It was a lot of work to try to stay on top of the kelp bed and avoid drifting, but we were catching fish. I didn't film every single one because they were all 12 inches or less, so I released everything caught today, but it was still fun. We were catching our fish. It was just a lot of work. So here we are headed back to the harbor. We're in shallower water, but you can see it's almost 10 o'clock and I was just wiped out, so time to call it a day. Well, thanks everyone for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe.